So is it possible for us to take pain and use it, leverage it to work for us rather than against us? And if so, how do we do that? Hey, human, Coach Nate here with another mindful focus. Today, I want to talk about embracing pain for growth and healing. Pain, I'm going to state the obvious, is going to happen. There's no escaping it, there's no avoiding it. It's something that will occur in this life. Sometimes it'll be mild to moderate pain, other times quite severe, acute. It could be situational, it could be persistent. And when there are multiple components that are causing this pain, it could be complex. It's not a one size fits all. It's not just a really simple, oh, it's just pain. There's a lot that can go into that. Like like when we physically injure ourselves, sometimes mentally the pain is obvious. It's very clear. It's very apparent. Then again, sometimes it's not, or shall I say, and sometimes it's not obvious. It's not clear. Also, like physical injuries, sometimes those wounds can be internal and have serious implications, negative implications on our health, even be life threatening. So, just like we could have physical internal injuries, we can also have mental internal injuries, wounds, pain that could threaten our lives, could certainly impact our mental health and well being and quality of life. Our mm, very often, perhaps natural, but human instinct response, maybe not even instinct, but a human response is to try to dismiss or push through. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. All right, I'm just gonna continue to force my way through this, working through the pain. Sometimes that adrenaline is what gets us through it. If it's a stub toe type pain, small. Other times, doing that can cause more pain, make it worse. Again, I'll go back to the physical analogy: sprain your ankle, but I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to keep running. I'm going to get you could cause more harm, more pain, which is you tear the ligaments that would then require a longer period of time to heal, potentially with the weakened tendons breaking it again, cause fracturing it, surgery. It rather than stopping and addressing the issue. Another approach we tend to take is we will try to ignore it like it doesn't exist, avoiding facing it, dealing with it, addressing it, acknowledging it. Very frequent approach. And that can turn then into a missed opportunity for us to leverage that pain to get something out of it. I'm not in any way suggesting that when pain is inflicted upon us, that it's because of something we did or speaks to who we are as a person and is warranted. That's simply wrong and judgmental. Are there instances where that occurs? Absolutely. But more often than not, if you're still listening to this, you're probably not the type of person that enjoys inflicting pain on others. So when you get pain, it's just karma. You're probably a kind, caring, compassionate, considerate individual. And as a result of being that type of kind, caring, compassionate individual, you get mistreated. This is the pain that we're talking about. And in those instances, there can be opportunities to extract some lesson or learning. Not in every case, but there can be opportunities to look at what insights we can gain from this experience that we can leverage to help us. So that's one thing that we can do with pain. Pain can basically paralyze us or transform us. We get to choose which of those two paths to go down. It can certainly help us be more empathetic, having experienced something, a pain, a trauma, a challenge, being better equipped to understand how others may feel. Right. So, how do we let go, live now, win? One of the first steps is when we're facing pain, not to ignore it, not to pretend it doesn't exist, but to acknowledge this hurts. We're talking about the mental health pain, the emotions. This hurts. This sucks. That makes me angry. Accept that this occurred. By the time the pain is delivered, it has occurred. The event has occurred. There's no undoing that. Accept that it occurred. Then moving towards embracing the pain from it. I'm going to sit with my feelings and acknowledge them and experience them rather than trying to resist, because that can make it worse and that can delay our healing process. Another step to take is to look at what the situation, what occurred, what the event, the interaction, the behavior, is there a, ask yourself, a lesson somewhere in this? So I experienced this. How did this happen? What occurred to cause this? Why that you're looking into it? Is there something that I may have done to invite this or to convey to the other person that that's okay behavior? Um, Looking for the lesson is, okay, this occurred. If I do A, B, and C, and this is the outcome, don't do A, B, and C. I mean, that's the very simplified version. But is there something that I can extract from this experience, this painful experience, the discomfort that comes from it, that I can use, leverage in the future going forward, should I find myself encountering this again? Can I use the lesson that I extract to be proactive to prevent this from occurring? Not in every case, but that is something that can be done, looked for to leverage pain. Then understand that this pain, just like stubbing our toe or even fracturing a limb, is temporal. It's in this moment. It's now. It's right here. It's very real, but it won't last forever. It is a temporary moment, situation, even season, but is not a permanent destination. We oftentimes take ourselves to places that aren't very healthy for us and don't serve us well by creating more in our minds, thinking this is going to last forever, and you know, feeling like we're trapped versus just here for it's healthy. It's good to remind ourselves just in this moment, just for this period of time, it will eventually end. And in doing that, it helps to focus on being in the present. Well, why would I want to focus on being in the present if being right now, this is where the pain is? Because it helps you to say, if we're trying to live into the future, all this pain is going to come with me and carry forward. No. And it also helps to not go and grab from the past similar situations with its pain and bring them into the future to make this pain worse. Refusing to relive the past or try to pre-live the future. I'm going to acknowledge and recognize in this moment, this is what it feels like. Allow myself to process those emotions so that I can move on. Another strategy or approach is to find something to cherish in the midst of the pain, something to be thankful for, grateful for, something that maybe even bring you joy to help shift the focus away from the, if it's a stub toe in the physical, again in the mental, it can feel like we that throbbing pain, to focus on something positive literally helps the mind to navigate through this challenge. It's not just positive thinking and positive thinking the pain away. It is helping you shift your focus to invite something good in with all of the overwhelm of negative that it may be surrounding you're dealing with, maybe even being suffocated by this pain. Those approaches are basically the pathway to healing. Know that when we're experiencing pain, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt some more. It's going to continue to hurt. And it's going to hurt until one day it doesn't. How long is not clear. We don't know that. We just know that one day it won't hurt as much as it hurts today. And our role then is to figure out how we can navigate through moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day, facing it, dealing with it, acknowledging it, expressing how we feel, allowing ourselves to feel those emotions and experience them until we can get to that place as we journey towards the healing aspect, the reduction of pain, which is time. No quick fixes, no shortcuts, no skipping the line. It's embracing the truths that this is going to take time, but it will one day end. And that's where you're growing and healing in this process by embracing. Just sharing some insights with you. Feel free to try them or toss them. Both of those can be correct answers, but only you can make that determination for yourself. If you like this content, please do subscribe, give it a like, hit the notification bell so you know when I post additional content, and consider sharing this with someone else who may benefit from it. But always remember to let go, live now, and win.